friends, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My name is Regina and this is Naturally Corporate. Today's video is much different than the type of content I normally upload on my channel. It's about self-care and I just really had some things I want to talk to you about. I might look a little different during the rest of the video because I lost the original intro that I did, or maybe I never even recorded it and thought I was recording. So I had to try and recreate my look. But anyway, I hope you enjoy. So I want to talk about the concept of self-care and how you can fit it into your life. Self-care is just so important, even with living a busy lifestyle. So my friends and my close family knows that I take naps. I take them almost every day. I take them when I can, and sometimes that's every day. In kindergarten when we had to take those naps after recess or after lunch, let's just say I never stopped my naps. And I know that my body needs rest. When my body needs rest, I go somewhere and sit down, or in this case, lie down. And after I wake up, I am a much better me, better for the people around me, and just better for myself. Now, when I come out of my nap, I definitely know that I have better mental clarity, which for me right now is particularly important because I have entered that phase of perimenopause. And if you haven't experienced brain fog, I'm here to tell you that it's real. Everyone's symptoms are different, but I know for sure I have brain fog. It's a real thing. You just kind of feel like you can't get it together, and I have to struggle to pull it back in. Self-care is proven to reduce stress, anxiety, depression, and just give you more energy and give you much more of a positive attitude. So I want to tell you some ways that I make sure I tend to myself and get my self-care in every single day. I know napping is not for everybody. It may not be your thing, and that's okay too, because there are so many other practical ways to get your self-care in. You can journal, you can practice mindfulness, short bursts of physical exercise. All those things are really good. And I'll tell you, the first thing I do in the morning before I even get out of bed is pray over my family, all my loved ones, and my friends. And I feel like once I've done that, that sets the tone for the day. I've asked for it, I've prayed for it, and I expect to receive that favor. So I'm good to go. Another thing is, and I struggle with this sometimes, but once I get going, there's no turning back. I exercise about 3 to 5 days a week. Most of those days, it's in the morning before work. Y'all, I'm telling you, as much as I struggle with putting on some workout clothes and getting on the treadmill, I've never felt bad when I finish exercising. It's the exact opposite. My mind is clear. I feel invincible. I'm like, the hardest part of the day is out of the way. I've gotten my exercise in. And speaking of being invincible, I have some hype songs that I listen to in the car on my way to work. So there are two that I kind of rotate out. The first one is by the gospel duo group Mary Mary. The song is called Go Get It. Y'all, if you haven't heard the song, please listen to it. First of all, it's upbeat and fast-paced, and just the lyrics will make you, they will make you feel like you can conquer this world, and I love it. I love it. The second song that I like is by the artist Sia, S-I-A, and it's called Unstoppable. If I know I've got something to do that day and I may be a little anxious about it, definitely my hype song, Unstoppable. I love it. Check those two out if you're not familiar with them. And I've started journaling. Journaling helps me to give thanks for everything in my life, the good and the bad, because it's never always bad. And it's never always good, but I'm thankful for the not so good experiences because I overcame them and I'm stronger for it. When you go through anything, you come out stronger on the other side, and it should give you a perspective, a different perspective when you see other people who you speak to at work or in the grocery store or at church or wherever. You may speak to them and they don't speak back. Let's not be so judgmental, because who knows where their mind is at that particular moment. Them not speaking to you may have nothing to do with you. They may be going through their own thing. So, but journaling, I really like it, and it's like the equivalent of having a diary, like a childhood diary, except mine doesn't carry secrets. It's just me giving thanks, and I'll actually put a link to the journal that I have. It's awesome. It has that simplistic beauty in it, and just check it out. Now let's talk about the challenges of finding time for yourself. Number one is finding time for yourself. If you have family obligations, you're rushing trying to get yourself out of the house and make sure everybody else is out of the house on time. Even if you're a stay-at-home mom, or if it's just you, a woman's work is never done. There's always something to do. And then when you have the time, or you make the time for self-care, there could be a lack of motivation. That's another challenge. It's like, okay, I have the time to do it, but now I'm tired. I just want to sit down and watch TV. Take a few minutes. Just take a few minutes, because the baby steps add up to big leaps and bounds. And I think that, take it from me, I think that you will really just appreciate giving yourself that love. The same love that you would give to somebody else. Give it to yourself and see how that feels. And count the small changes as progress, because think about it, you weren't even doing them before, and now you're making small steps. For example, I started off last year hoping that I could practice self-care and keep it up. I was dealing with an undiagnosed health issue, which turned out to be my gallbladder. But before I was diagnosed, I was like, what is it? I know something is wrong, something is off. And my naps increased, and I don't say that to be comical, but I wasn't feeling right. And I just knew I needed to do what I could to make myself feel better, and resting was part of that. So fast forward to today, I don't hope I can practice self-care. I do it every day, and it can be in various forms, things we've already talked about, but do this for yourself because you absolutely deserve it. I'll leave you with this. It's the beginning of the new year, and if you have been planning to be more intentional about self-care, girl, just make the first move. Reading, exercising, journaling, meditating, yoga. Pick whatever you want that will keep you satisfied. And whatever you're doing or whatever you plan to do, drop it in the comments, because of course people read the comments. They want to see what's in the comments, and you just might inspire somebody else. And if you have a self-care journey to share, I'd love to hear it. Put that in the comments too. Until next time, speak the positivity into existence. Make it happen. Will it to happen. Will yourself to be happy and healthy. Until next time, keep it naturally corporate.